It's already starting. Today's video. Wait, hold on one second. Let's start this over. It's me, Irene, talking, and if I don't chicken out, this will be on YouTube, and I'm going to walk you through a drugstore makeup tutorial, which is something I haven't ever done. So, fingers crossed, wish me luck. Just dive right in. A long time coming for me to say this, but like and subscribe! I'll give you a little introduction. My name is Irene, like I said. I'm from Long Island, New York. I'm a makeup artist, a spray tan artist. I graduated from Adelphi University last year with a degree in art and design education, hoping to find something to do with that soon, because right now with everything going on I'm actually unemployed. So, but I am making these cute little shirts and selling them on my Instagram account, and that is at IreneDemiBeauty. That's why I'm making this video today too, because normally the videos that I make for my Instagram account just have some music and like a video montage of me doing my makeup. And today I'm going to talk you through it, and I think it'll help that I'm doing it with drugstore makeup because that's something that I'm not used to either, so we're both going through this new thing together. Every single item that I have here is from Target, but are available at most drugstores. I haven't used drugstore products in so long because I actually worked at Sephora for the last 2.5 years, but Sephora laid off part-time employees, so yeah, right now don't have a job, but doing this, killing time, having a good life. Skip out on any steps if we were using more high-end makeup. Like for example, since I'm a makeup artist and I've worked at Sephora for a really long time, I know that skincare and makeup go hand in hand. And it's very, very important to prep your skin for the makeup that you're wearing. Considering makeup is not really one size fits all, everyone has different skin types. I have combination skin. In the summertime I get really oily in the T-zone, but in the wintertime I'm dry. If you have oily skin, you want to do things to reduce the oil so that your makeup stays on throughout the day. If you have dry skin, you want to do things to add hydration to make your makeup stay on throughout the day and look good too. That brings me to this really cute little kit that I found at Target. Products are available separately too, but it makes so much sense to just buy this. I think it was $15 for all of these products, but you have Happy Hydration Cream. You always want to moisturize before your makeup. Even if you have a hydrating primer, I like to moisturize. Even if you have oily skin, you want to moisturize. Maybe not extra moisturize if you have oily skin. I can't really say because I don't have that much oily skin. Even in the summertime when my skin has that little extra oil in the T-zone, I will still moisturize because that's what's going to make the makeup blend seamlessly and have that skin-like finish. There's a facial oil in here, and this oil is great. Well, I don't know if it's great. I haven't tried any of these products, but I think it's great to use an oil. Normally I use my Biossance oil. This one, it's really nice and lightweight. But that's a product that's at Sephora, and we're doing all drugstore products that are affordable. And this facial oil, we're gonna see if it's amazing. It's going to be really great to prep our skin and make sure that our foundation doesn't look cakey. It looks like it's our actual face. It has a primer in here and a conditioning lip balm. That's really important too, especially if you're gonna do a nice matte lip. So we'll open this up. I don't think I said the name. It's called the Skin Hit Kit. It's cannabis themed, hemp derived. $4.20. I'm not gonna use the whole kit this second. We're gonna save the primer for later on. Since I could talk, I am going to state the fact that I personally like to do eyes first unless I'm doing a super natural look. It's just easier to do the eyes first and then clean up the mess versus doing your whole face and having it come out great just for you to mess up your eyeshadow and get some over here and mess up your face. This is what the Happy Hydration Cream looks like. Why isn't it focusing? I don't know. This is like new to me. I'll try to get better with the camera stuff. Looks nice. I want to feel the texture of it first before I slap it onto my skin. Okay, it feels nice. It's nothing too heavy. It's actually pretty light. It's not the lightest moisturizer I've used. I'm trying to think about what it feels like. It sort of feels like the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer, which is a really nice one. Okay, and then the next step we're gonna do is the oil. So the facial oil is called All the Feels Facial Oil. Is that gonna focus? I guess not. I could get my camera to focus. I'm not that like dumb when it comes to technology. Okay, so I probably took too much of this. I put like 3 drops in my hand. You probably only need like 2, but I'm gonna tap a little bit of it in. Oh, you can mix it into your foundation too. Wow, I like that. And then this is just the Calm Balm hemp-derived cannabis sativa lip conditioner. That feels really nice. Let's see if it does anything. Let's move on to the eyes now. Let me find what I got for the eyes. So for eyes, you always want to have a good eye primer to make sure your eyeshadow doesn't crease throughout the time that you have it on, and it also helps the eyeshadow just apply better, blend better, and you get more color payoff too. So I bought the Milani one. I'm not sure if I've heard things about this. I very well could have, but I don't remember right now. This is just a little example right here of what I'm talking about, and I don't know if this is doctored at all, but they say without and with. And it shows like an improvement in the vibrancy of the shadows. So we're gonna give this a whirl today. Our palette, I got this LA Girl Pro Artistry eyeshadow palette. I was looking around and I have to say eyeshadow palettes were the hardest thing for me to decide what brand to even look for. I feel like from everything that I've done my research on, by research I mean from whichever TikTok videos I've watched and whatever Instagrams I've seen using drugstore products, I always see amazing concealers and primers. I never see people talking about eyeshadow palettes. That was like what I had to look for the most, was a good eyeshadow palette, and I settled on this one because it has a pretty nice color story. What I like about it is that it has your golds, which is something I do a lot. It has your more peachy tones over here, your browns, which are really good for adding depth to the crease, which we'll talk about later, because if you're new to makeup, that probably sounded like a foreign language to you. It has your smoky shades too. It's very rare nowadays that I find a palette that has good smoky shades. It even has more orange tones, which I love, like the coppery colors. I used to wear those all the time when I was first getting into makeup. It's blue colors, the greens. It's just all around. I think it's an amazing palette, especially if you're getting into makeup, or maybe if you're like me and you have more experience with makeup, you might even love it as just a more affordable option. So that's something I have to keep reminding myself. Like, drugstore makeup isn't beginner makeup, and that's hard for me to remember because like drugstore makeup is like what I got into makeup with. I used to always wear like the Maybelline Fit Me, and that's like probably the only stuff. I hope to finish this video and just know that I have more affordable options, not necessarily products that are lesser quality and more beginner friendly, just more affordable options that have the same quality and payoff as those products that you pay a little bit more for at Sephora or Ulta. Next thing I got was this liquid one swipe eyeshadow. It's so pretty, but the camera probably will not do it justice. Hopefully on the lids you'll like get to see it really well. This is by a brand that I had never heard of before, Lip Bar, but now that I'm looking at the packaging, it looks like they have like a sub-brand called Fast Face. I guess they started as like a lipstick lip gloss brand. So I have this NYX liquid liner. That was also really hard. I had no idea where to look, and I'm sure I've seen liquid liner videos. This is what I ended up getting. So let's get started. I'm gonna open up my Milani eye primer. This is called, it just says eyeshadow primer. Like the texture reminds me of the Urban Decay primer potion. I almost said stay all day, but it's like something different. And I love the mirror on this LA Girl palette, I have to say. I'm just having an eyeshadow look today. I definitely feel like we should do something gold. Since I have this gold, we'll play along with like these colors towards the top of the palette. Unfortunately, I didn't buy any new brushes. That's just because I have so many brushes, it just would have been a waste of money. If you're looking for brushes, I saw a lot of really amazing kits while I was there. e.l.f. had some really good ones in particular. Sonia Kashuk, and I actually happen to love her brushes. I actually use her sponge a lot, so that's going to be in this video. I didn't have to buy it because I already had it. I actually like it more than the Beauty Blender. First shade I'm going to go in with is this shade right here. I'm going to set the lid. This step's optional, but if you're a beginner, I like to do this because it makes blending the shadows easier. Now I'm going to go in with the color Savvy, which is right here. And Savvy is sort of like that bronzer color, but a little bit peachier. And that's going to be your first transition color. And for me, you're going to notice that I bring my transition colors very high up because my crease is a little bit far down on the eye. So when I open my eyes, it's like you're not going to see anything. So if I bring it up a little bit higher, that will allow you to actually see the eyeshadow. So I like to look in the mirror with my eyes open to make sure I'm bringing up that transition shade high enough to see. And I have to say, this is blending very nicely. Don't worry about anything you get on the side, because that's why we're doing our eyeshadow first. You want to sort of move it in windshield wiper motions. In terms of like a brush for your transition shades, you want to find one that has like just an even round shape to it. That shape really just hugs the crease in the eye socket and does all the work for you. For the next brush that I'm going to use, it's going to be a similar shape but a little bit skinnier on the side, and that's going to really help you place your next it's not really a transition shade, it's just going to give you more depth, and that's going to be this color right here. I hope if I showed you right. And that is the color Finesse. Now for this step, what I like to do, it's like really light, like a winged eyeliner type of thing. And this one you could be a little bit more messy with since it is pretty light. And if you have more hooded eyes like me, you want to bring this above the crease. So my crease is right here, is that little wrinkle, and I'm bringing it higher than that. And it really blends nicely. Look at that. So effortless. Bring it a little bit higher over here because I brought it a little bit too far down. Especially because I'm going to do a wing, you want to bring it up a little bit higher. So now we're going to go into our deepest color, into this brown color right here. And that color is called Brilliance. I have that same brush right here. I'm going to go light with this at first, and I'm going to place it right in this upper outer corner because I'm really trying to lift the outer part of the eye right now. I love! Okay. I can't believe I've been sleeping on this. So we're gonna open up this liquid shimmer shadow from Fast Face Lip Bar, or whatever the brand is called. It was $6. The shade is called Girl Next Door. It really is so pretty. I'm gonna go pretty heavy with this because I think we're doing looking more glam look today. So I like to bring my shadows to the halfway point. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, yeah, I love that. So in the inner corner, I'm just brightening it up a little bit with this shade right here. Shade, it's weird to explain. It sort of reminds me of those Pat McGrath palettes, which are super, super luxury and expensive. But they have like that duo chrome look, so like at one angle they'll look gold, and then at another angle they'll look like silver. But this one, it looks like it has like gold at some angle and like pink at a different angle, and it's called Expressive. And I'm not gonna go too heavy with it, but I'm just patting it onto this inner corner right here, and I love how it looks. It's just the most subtle hint of like rose gold. So I want to deepen it up a little bit in the outer corner, so I'm dipping into this almost black color. It doesn't look like a true black, it looks like a grayish color. Very lightly though. And this I'm placing at the base almost as if it was like eyeliner. And then flicking it towards the shimmer. You're trying not to really mix them because that'll look messy. And look at that, it just makes the look more complete. Maybe I'll build it up a little bit more and that'll make it look better. Nice. Okay, liquid liner time. Liquid liner is the next one. They had so many different types. I'm not even kidding. They had, that's the point, this is the point, she's the point. I don't even know what the point is. This is how it looks. I got that's the point. Oh, let's see how you work, big girl. She's so tiny that it's like hard to make long strokes. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this. The brush is super stiff. Just don't kill me. I bought the Lash Paradise and I had it, I loved it, but I forgot it at my boyfriend's house. So I'm gonna use this Sephora Lash Craft, but it's the price of a drugstore mascara. So, but yeah, I love the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and I love to really heavily apply it. Do the other eye now, and then I'm gonna figure out what fake lashes to use. So now, fake lashes, do I wanna do strip? I don't wanna do strip. I think I just wanna go in with a few individuals on the outer part of the eye. I'm taking the long ones out of this little Kiss lash set. If you want more dramatic lashes, there's so many at the drugstore, like more than there used to be. I like the more natural lashes because if I put really dramatic ones on and I open my eyes, it's like you don't see anything. No. Lash glue. I need to get a new one of these soon. The lash glue that I use is from Duo, and it's sold at most drugstores and Targets. And it's even sold at Sephora and Ulta. With that one you could really tell. So for brows, what did I get? I bought the NYX brow pencil. This I've heard so many things about. So for brows, I like to start on the tail ends because that's the part where I need the little extra help. And I'm gonna just make sure that they are even. I like to wiggle it through for this part because this is where I need the most definition. Lightly over here, brush upwards. Especially in the front, because this is the part that you want to be the lightest. Make sure when you're doing your brows that you're not angling your head one way or the other, because then your brows are going to be uneven at the end. NYX brow pencil, Love it. I knew I was gonna love it though, because how could I not? It's literally a twin, a clone of the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and that's what I normally use. So on to the next step, primer, because we're going to get started on the face. And so I know I showed you a primer, but I also got this one too, because I've heard so many things. So I want to feel it first. This one is the more luminous one, and it has hyaluronic acid in it, so I'm hoping it'll have like a nice hydrating feeling to it. But if it doesn't, I'm going to use that primer from the Cannabis kit. So this is the Luminous Primer Putty. I've literally seen this everywhere. Ooh, it feels nice. Ooh, I'm gonna use this. And it's definitely very luminizing, and we have this whole gold look going on. I could have taken too much. I took like this much. This I'm gonna really focus in those areas where you have pores, because it's supposed to fill in the pores for you. And my lips still feel very moisturized from the lip conditioner in that kit. That feels nice. Okay. I'm happy that I actually used this one. Let me bring you guys back out since we're done with the eyes. Okay. So, foundation time. This part I'm excited for. Okay, so for foundation, it's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. And I got the shade 460. Hopefully that's a good color for me. That's the one thing. Ew, someone has opened this and used it before. I'm very upset that I didn't check this. I mean, I'm gonna clean it and not use the first pump that comes out. That makes me so angry. Yeah, I just cleaned that up, and I'm going to just start applying that. It's just really gross. And I was literally just saying how the hardest part about picking a drugstore foundation is not being able to test it and try it. Looks like someone did with this one. A little bit dark for me, but it's okay. I self-tan, so I never worry. But yeah, this is really pretty. It's very, very, very flawless. I make that double chin to make sure it's blended into my neck. I have been tanning my body, so this works once I blend it into the neck. Right? Someone's gonna screenshot that and do horrible things. And this foundation is very liquidy, which I like about it.
Every single day, week, year, everyone wondering how she does it with no fear, all that confidence. Was it heaven sent? Does it come within? Does it come run out? I don't know. She'll just have them running out and in.
I actually like the color. It's a good color for me. It's blending into my forehead, because my forehead is the most tan part of my face. Bring whatever's left on the back of my hand onto my nose. My nose is not too light. But yeah, I really like that foundation. So for concealer, I got the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I went to Harmon's for this one because it was sold out in most shades in the hydrating formula at Target. I bought the matte formula thinking I wasn't going to be able to find it. Then we went to Harmon's after, so I just got this. I will give the matte formula a try since I have it now though, probably in the summertime. So concealer lately, I put a little bit here, a little bit here, here, and bring that there. And I like this concealer a lot. It's definitely very hydrating, so very good for you people with dry skin. For me, it's really great around my nose area because that's where I tend to get dry and cakey looking. I'm so impressed, I have to say, with most of these products, despite the eyeliner. Like, everything has been really nice. Why is my camera freaking out? Do I remember what powder I bought for myself? This. So this is really great, and I like it a lot. In the summertime, I will apply a pretty large amount of it to the face. But this is the shade Buff Beige, and that's a good color because it's lighter. than my concealer. Just pushing it into the skin with the brush. You really want to get these areas over here. This is where I crease a hell of a lot. Whatever's left onto the nose. You want to go light on the nose because the nose carries a lot of texture for most people, and if you put too much product on the nose, foundation, powder, that's why I always just use whatever's left on there. It'll look much more natural. So this palette I'm so excited for. I was originally just going to get my normal butter bronzer, but now they have this palette with Weili Huang. I don't know who that is, but thank you for making this palette. It has these different shades of bronzer, it has these luminizers, it's really, really pretty. And it's like pretty much the equivalent to buying a bronzer, but you get this whole palette. So for the bronzer, I'm gonna use a mixture of these two. And I'm just going to tap my brush. Ooh, there's some fallout. Yeah. Very dark, but it's a good thing we're contouring with this. So I like to really focus it on the inner part of my cheeks because I get really puffy over here. Puffy is being a really nice way of saying it to myself. But yeah, this really helps to lift the brow bone, putting some bronzer over here. Now let's clean this up a little bit. So that's clean. Now for blush, I bought the Milani, why did I say it like that? I bought the Milani Baked Blush. I've heard so many things about this for the longest time, like even when I first started watching makeup videos on YouTube, like when I was like 15 years old. Oh, it's so pretty. It looks nice with today's look. I really like to smile when you put on your blush because you want to get the apples of the cheeks. So now, what's the next step? Oh, you want to do setting spray. Setting spray, I didn't know what to get, and by this point I was exhausted, so I'm just going to use my Urban Decay setting spray. The ones that I saw there, and I think I've used Wet n Wild before and I liked it. I think I've used NYX before and it was good. Milani looks like they had a really nice one, but I'm just going to use this one. That's set. Try not to crinkle your face or do much with your eyes right now. This is my resting bitch face. Oh, why isn't this open? For highlighter, I think this is the only Wet n Wild product I got. I got this. I was looking for like the festival collection because someone said that the highlighters were amazing in that collection, but I bought this loose highlighter instead from Wet n Wild. Ready for this peel porn? So I'm just gonna work really lightly with this. I'm gonna take whatever's in the cap on my little highlighter brush and I'm gonna go right over here. I like it. It could have been a little bit more gold toned for today's look, but overall it's a nice highlighter. It's not overly blinding. I really am just happy with how the eyes came out today. I'm like very, very, very shiny today. That could have been because of the primer I used. It could have been the butter bronzer because it looked very luminous. More luminous than what I'm used to, for sure. Yeah, the highlighter isn't anything crazy. Like, it looks crazy at first, but once you blend it out, it really shears out. 1 second, my battery's gonna die. Yeah, so, and then the last product for this look is a nice gloss. And for that, I got this Milani gloss. It's just a classic, like, dusty pink. The shade is called Soft Rose. Oh, it's like minty. Okay. Other than that, that's like the finished look, I think. I did a full face of drugstore. I'm very happy with how it came out. Like, I'm a little shiny over here than I'd prefer, Let me see if I could actually quickly fix that. Yeah, that works. There we go. The eyes look pretty damn good. I think that, where is she? That this product is one of my new favorites. Of course, now it chooses to focus. I loved this palette. I'm gonna do another look with this one using the blue shades to see how the color payoff is. The only products I have to say that I weren't too thrilled with today was the NYX liquid liner. That was literally the only thing I didn't like that I used. Everything else I'm super happy that I bought. Now I have all these more affordable options to suggest to you guys, my clients, even myself, like on one of those days where I just want to buy some makeup but budget's a little tight. So take a closer look, and that's it.
She was so sublime, super fine. She was never lying, strutting in the heels or her slides. Either way, eyes on her every single day, week, year. Everyone wondering how she does it with no fear. All that confidence, was it heaven sent? Does it come within? Does it come run out? I don't know. She'll just have them running out and in. Man, they want to sin, talking deadly sin with Mrs. Lady. I don't understand why she hit them like